Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually doing a screen recording on ChatGPT. I've been kind of busy with my finals for graduate school, but I wanted to put out a video that I felt like was going to be very helpful for you all for your transition to tech sales or just in overall your career for resume, reaching out to recruiters. And I feel like ChatGPT is going to be very helpful for you all. So let's get into it. So this is an example resume of a school counselor resume. I just got it off of Google, and what I'm going to do is use ChatGPT to basically enhance my resume, and I'm going to have different prompts here so you guys could you know, definitely use ChatGPT and get an idea of how to use it. So I wrote, I'm a school social worker, or I'm a social worker that wants to work in tech sales. Edit my resume to help me pivot into tech sales. So I already copy and paste a generic resume that I found on Google and I posted in the software. I also put, don't judge me, y'all, I'm a little tired from finals, so my writing might be a little, sucky, but ChatGPT understand. And I also put keep it 100, stay honest. You want to make sure that when they look at your resume that they're still being honest. They're not adding any information or experiences that you have not done. So you still want to keep it 100% honest. So here is ChatGPT writing up an example or enhancing my current resume. So this is an example that I got off Google, and we're going to compare it. So right here it says meet with parents, staff, students, and other professionals to create an appropriate plan, right? So ChatGPT changed the terminology. So instead of just working with school and teachers and students, it says collaborate with clients and stakeholders to identify and address needs. This is very helpful. This is like pay attention to the key terms that are being used because these are key terms that is going to be helpful when you apply for tech sales jobs and IE pick up on it. So next it says coordinate and lead meetings to discuss client progress and needs. That's what the ChatGPT resume is. This is the Google resume. How to say facilitate weekly meetings for students dealing with substance abuse issues and things like that. So the key words is very important. We see here this is a perfect resume for a guidance counselor. However, if you're trying to make your resume enhance your resume, here are some good words that is going to make you stand out for no matter what type of job you apply for. Like right here, this is develop and maintain a strong relationship with client and families. Like we like the word organization, develop, maintain. These are just important terms. So definitely, if you do have a resume, go ahead and try this software to see if you can enhance it anyway, and that would be great. And we're going to scroll down. Here we are at the skills. It talks about the different skills that's also important to a tech sales position, which is communication, having interpersonal skills, being able to show your problem solving, critical thinking, addressing complex needs. These are all skills that are going to be important in any job you do. So definitely take the time to highlight them on your resume, and on here it even gives you a note. They said while your professional experience may not be directly related to tech sales, your skill as a social worker is highly transferable. So it's important to highlight your ability to build relationships, your communication, your problem solving skills, and things like that. So I'm moving on to the next prompt where it says create a resume for a person that currently work as a social worker. And let's see, I recorded this video like a little earlier today, so I forgot all the prompts that I asked. So we're going to see what this one says. So it's basically asking create a resume for a person that currently work as a teacher. So I wanted to give like different examples. So the last one was a social worker. This one's an example to just create a resume for a person that currently works as a teacher. So this software is good for people not only to enhance their resume, but for people who do not have a strong resume. And even if you're not looking into pivoting into another company, this software is just really great if you want to say, hey, I'm a teacher. Um, like example, I'm not a teacher, but use an example like, hey, I'm a teacher. I want to have build a resume, and instead of going on Resume Builder or paying for someone on Fiverr, you can literally just put it in ChatGPT, and it's going to give you an objective, a summary, and it's going to give you some bullets and points of duties that will most likely relate to your job as a teacher. So it's just important to make sure you look over it, review it. Anything that applies to you, keep it. Anything that doesn't, or any duties that you have not done, then go ahead and remove it, because we want you to still have a strong resume, but also, we don't want you to lie if you ain't did it before. So, yes, this is the resume. You could just kind of like copy and paste it, put it in your Word document, and just like make some changes if you need to. And the best part about ChatGPT is like, even with this resume, you could always like build onto the resume that they give you. And I believe, um, like for this prompt right here, I put make a resume for a teacher that has experience in teaching and also customer service. So this resume is showing like the objective of a person who was a teacher who also have experience in retail, and it's going to highlight throughout the resume both experiences. So, like I said, this is great for everyone. So, you don't like anyone could benefit from using this software. It is currently free. They do have a subscription that I think is like $20 a month, but I use the free version. You just make an account. It do get kind of busy on here. Like sometimes, like I guess a lot of people could be using it at once, so you might not be able to have access to it. But most of the time, when I hop on, it's available. So next is we're gonna add more details. So even though I like the resume that they put of the teacher with a teaching job and a customer service job, I wanted to add more detail to the resume. So on the prompt, all I wrote was add more detail. And if you see in this highlighted section, it added more information. So just make sure you go over it and you review it for yourself. But like this is great. Like only if this was around when I was first creating my resume. But I love my resume so much. I love how it is. But I just think this is good. And I love ChatGPT. Like you can use it for other things too, outside of like creating resumes and stuff like that. So next I asked for it to like basically highlight um the skills. So it's going to basically show an objective that like this is a teacher that wants to transition into a textile position. So it's going to show like certain areas for you to highlight and like completed coursework, your certifications, um, like in the teaching thing. I wanted to make sure like, hey, this person is a teacher, but let's try to highlight any experiences that will allow them to relate to a textile job. So like on the description it says, oh, this person plan and deliver services while using technology. Little things like that. Also in the sales associate job for the customer experience in retail, here it talks about processing sales transaction. right? Using the sales system, collaborating with colleagues to provide excellent customer service, resolving complaints, maintaining knowledge of customer promotion, sales inventory, like all these different things. You could find a way when you have the actual interview with for a tech sales job or SDR job, you're able to elaborate on more. But like for the sake of just creating a resume, you just want to do your best with being able to use certain terminology to highlight your experience that hopefully can apply to a SDR role, like relationship building and things like that. And ChatGPT is funny because it low key could give you advice. Like in this section, I'm basically going to ask how can a person's skills in food service be used um, as a SDR or BDR or tech sales role. So it says, how can my skills in food service be used to get a job in tech sales without any experience? So ChatGPT is actually going to give you some feedback and some answers. First, it's going to tell you that even though, basically saying your skills are transferable, and they're going to tell you about ways that you can leverage to help you transition into a career. So talk about identifying your transferable skills. That's very important, and it's going to give you an example: customer service, communication, problem solving, time management, multitasking. And then it's going to tell you how these skills can be useful in tech sales, where you're able to work with clients to understand their needs and solutions. This is also great for if you do have an interview and you don't have any experience in SDR. You could literally look at these prompts, and when you're talking to the recruiter or the hiring manager, you could find a way to tell how your current experience or your old job relates to how you're going to do your job as an SDR. And I have a video that talks about my interview experience, and I think it's really helpful, so definitely check it out. But on here it talks about networking, getting training, certification. Like I recommend Coursecareers. It's basically going to give you everything you need to know about SDR. So I do recommend taking Coursecareers, and I do have a description. I do have a discount code in my description box for a link to join. And it's also going to talk about telling your resume, and basically be open-minded to getting an entry-level position if you do not have any experience. So this just gives you everything you need to know. Then I also, most jobs don't ask for cover letters anymore, but um I did wanted to like write a little prompt, basically write a cover letter for a person that works in food experience that want to apply for a tech sales job. So it says, "Dear hiring manager, I'm excited to apply for a tech sales position at your company. While my background may seem unconventional, I am basically confident that my skills in food service and customer service combined with my passions for technology make me a strong candidate." And then in the second paragraph, it goes in details how their experience in food sales had developed a variety of skills that could be transferable to a career in SDR. And it goes in details about their problem solving, communication, working in a fast paced environment, requiring thinking, being flexible and adaptable. And then in the third paragraph, it talks more about the skills, about how they're highly motivated, how they want to learn about the company, and how they're a quick learner. And in the last paragraph, um, it says, it talks about them being confident, having enthusiasm, and excited for the opportunity. So I think this is a perfect cover letter that you guys can use, and just go ahead and review it to make sure you like it. I also put the next prompt that I'm a social worker. I want a job in tech sales. Give me advice on how I could get hired for a tech sales position. It's going to give like maybe 5 examples or 5 ways that like 5 advice. And the best part, like I said, if you want more, like if you feel like, okay, what else I could do, you can literally write in the prompt like, give me more details or give me more information, and it will. So, if you are a social worker that wants to take a big leap in tech sales, it talks about highlighting your transferable skills. Like I said, you guys, you do not have to start over, you do not have to start from scratch. Whatever skills you have, utilize them and make the best of it when you are interviewing with the recruiter, and do your best to make your stories and your experiences like turn to life. I recommend the STAR method, and I talked about it in my one of my videos about my interview experience. um, how I use the STAR method to basically answer their questions while telling the story. um, So here goes some more examples to talk about gain relevant experience. So looking for opportunities, learn about the industry. So this is all the stuff that I think is very important. Highlight your skills, right? Learn about the industry, join Coursecareers, gain relevant experience. There's internships out there. You could volunteer. Then it talks about networking. There's so many events out there that people can do. You could join Facebook groups, or you could just go on LinkedIn and connect with people. If you are a part of Coursecareers, you already know that we have a Discord meeting or like group chat that we can use, and also like Coursecareers is own little community on LinkedIn and in the Discord. So there's just so many things you could do. Also, like outside of tech sales, obviously, like not everybody um end goal is to just work in SDR or AE. People could have other jobs that they want to do. So, with that being said, a simple question as what certification I should get if I'm a social worker that want to that want a job in cybersecurity. It's going to give you so many different certs that you probably knew about or you probably didn't know about, and it's going to give you an example of certs that you can look into, and you could do your research on Google and make sure this cert makes sense. But here it goes. So some of these certs I heard about just because I know people who currently work in cybersecurity, but like, yeah, so it's the comp, the security, the certified ethical hacker. There's just different certs that they're going to recommend if you want to get a job in cybersecurity. Like, look at all this information, y'all. Y'all really need to hop on, like, GBT. Like, honestly, like, take advantage of the tool. Use ChatGPT as a resource, as a tool. It could do so much. I'm on this thing like every day. Literally, don't make any sense. See? And it doesn't even have to be cybersecurity. It doesn't have to be tech. It could be anything that you want it to be. You know, it could create business plans. It could create so much. So, and it's going in. It's going in, y'all. Yeah, see, that's a lot. And then I'm just highlighting the different ones for the people that are interested in a career in cybersecurity. I just copy, like, highlight some of them, for you all. But definitely do your research. Make sure it makes sense for whatever career or job that you want to do at the end of the day. So next, I'm going to copy and paste that resume sample that I got from Google for a school counselor resume, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT what type of tech jobs I'm qualified for. And it's basically going to scan my resume or scan the resume on here and give me a list of positions that they believe I could be a good fit for. Another tip is you could ask ChatGPT, one, what jobs in general you're qualified for. Then two, you could ask not only what type of tech jobs, but you could put what type of tech jobs and non-technical jobs, because that way you could get a really good list of information. So right now, for a person who is a school counselor, it is recommending school technology coordinator, educational software developer, technical writer, and user experience. Um, I definitely heard of UX before. I also recommend y'all project management. And like I said, I should have put non technical because I'm pretty sure that would have popped up in the engine. And next I put, I'm a social worker and I want to apply for a tech sales job. Can you improve my resume but still be honest? Do not judge me for putting be honest, you guys. Um, I definitely could have wrote that prompt a lot better looking back at it, but I just wanted GBC to keep it real with me. I didn't want it to start adding things that was not current or active or accurate. So, here is going to give me a few tips on how to improve my resume for if I want a tech sales job. And the best part about this platform is that one, if you want tips, it could give you tips. If you want GBT to actually enhance your resume, it will actually enhance your resume and do the work for you. So you have the option on what you want this software to do. And okay, so it's just going to give you different tips on how to improve your resume. Um, so it just shows you to highlight your skills, customize your resume, focus on your achievements, and what else is going to say? So right now, it just gives you like a full list. So make sure, you guys check this out so you can find different ways on how to improve your resume and optimize it to the best that it could be for when you start applying for jobs. All right, you guys, we are coming to the end of this video. Everything else is just me, like, kind of going on, like, just kind of scrolling down, checking out, um, some of the responses they gave me, and just probably trying out another prompt. Overall, ChatGPT is a new AI software that came out, and it is a good tool for everyone to use. It's not just a tool for people who want to do tech. It's a tool that we all could use as a resource to kind of enhance everything that we do. You can use this software to create your resume for the first time, to edit your resume, or cover letters, send out messages to recruiters. You can use ChatGPT for a lot of different things. You can create business plans. It could give you feedback on like certain questions that you're, well, I won't say like so much feedback, but like if you wanted to know, like, hey, what job can I get with my resume? And it will literally just list a whole different jobs that they think you're qualified for. And this is great because there's certain things that we might not never like really thought of. And that's why you got this platform to kind of brainstorm with you in a way. I think ChatGPT is only going to get better. I definitely recommend using it. It is free. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Comment down below if you guys will be using ChatGPT or if you're already using it. I will be doing another video on creating a 30-day plan that you could present in your SDR interview. Bye.